Hello everyone. We will start with what is weighted distribution. There is an operator called as the dist operator. Allows us to create weighted distribution so that some values are chosen more often than others. See, if we want the values to be chosen more often than the others, then the weights are to be given to different variables. Then accordingly the random solver chooses the values. There are two operators. One is colon equal to and another one is colon and forward slash. What does this colon equal to do? The colon equal to operator specifies that weight is the same for every specified value in the range. So the weight remains the same. What about colon forward slash operator specifies? It specifies that the weight is to be equally divided between all the values. Let us see one example for this. See, this example is for the weighted distribution. What is the declaration? SRC and DST are declared as random variable and constraint is put constraint C dist and SRC dist 0 colon equal to 40 and 1 is to 3 colon equal to 60. So here the operator used is colon equal to. Now what does this SRC gets? SRC gets the values from 0 values of 0, 1, 2 or 3. The weight of 0, see here, the weight of 0 is 40 whereas the weight of 1, 2, 3 have 60. Each has the value of 60 or each has the weight of 60. Now what is the total weight? Here 3 values and each of the weight has 60. So 60 multiplied by 3 is 180 plus 40 is 220. So the total weight is 220. The probability of choosing 0 is, SRC is equal to 0 is 40 by 220. Similarly, the probability of choosing 1, 2, 3 is 60 by 220 because this operator specifies the equal weight and equal weight is nothing but it is assigned as 60. So that is what is the meaning of the operator colon equal to. Let us see the another operator. It is colon forward slash. What is this dist? DST is the name of the variable and dist is the operator. See here dist is the operator and here dist is the operator. So here 0 colon forward slash 40 and 1 is to 3 colon forward slash 60. The DST gets the values 0, 1, 2 or 3 and the weight of 0 here is 40. And what about the weight of 1, 2 or 3? They share the value of 60. It means that each will be getting the value of 20. Now what is the total weight? Total weight will be 60 plus 40, that is the 100. And these three values will get each weight of 20, 20 and 20. So the probability of choosing 0 is 40 by 100. Similarly, the probability of choosing 1, 2 or 3 is 20 divided by 100. So this is what is the weighted distribution. The operator is DIST. See here, DIST, and we have two operators. One is colon equal to and another one is colon forward slash. Colon equal to gives the equal weightage whereas colon forward slash gives it shares the total weight amongst the values. Next is set membership and the inside operator. We can create sets of values with the inside operator. We have already studied what is inside operator. System Verilog gathers all the values and chooses between the values with the equal probability unless we have other constraints on the variable. So here again random variable is C, and we have two more variables declared as int. Those are low and high, and constraint is put. This is a constraint identifier. C inside low is to high. So what does this take? Low has to be less than or equal to C and C has to be less than or equal to high. In the above example, System Verilog uses the values for low and high to determine the range of possible values. See, suppose if low is greater than high, then what happens? An empty set is formed and constraint fails. Now we can use dollar as the shortcut for minimum and maximum values for the range. Let us see the example for that. See this example, specifying minimum and maximum range with dollar. So again, B is takes the size of 6:0, that is 7 bits, and it is randomized. Even E takes the values of 6 bits. So here it is 7 bits, here it is 6 bits, and again this is also randomized. And B value has to lie between 0 to 127 and E value has to lie between 0 to 63. So constraint is put. What constraint is put? We are using the dollar, and dollar is a shortcut used for minimum and maximum values for the range. So when dollar is used as the first operator, then the tool considers that as the minimum value. So when it is used at the end, then it is considered as the maximum value. See here, dollar is to 4 and 20 is to dollar. B inside dollar is to 4 and 20 is to dollar, in the sense B has to lie between 0 to 4 or B has to lie between 20 to 127. Similarly, E inside dollar is to 4, 20 is to dollar. This is the minimum value and this is the maximum value. 20 till the maximum value. Here 0 till 4. Therefore, E should lie between 0 and 4 or E should lie between 20 and 63. That is what is the meaning of the dollar. Dollar is a shortcut for the minimum and the maximum values for the range. Now inverted random set constraint. What is inverted C here? Constraint C range. So here this symbol is put, exclamation mark. Thus C inside low to high. What do you mean by this? It is an invert operation. This symbol is nothing but it is used for the invert operation. Otherwise, if this was not there, then what should be the condition? C inside low to high, in the sense the value has to be greater than low and it has to be less than high. But since it is an invert operation, the value of C should be less than low and C has to be greater than high. That is what is the difference between giving this symbol and without giving this symbol. When we give this symbol, it is the inverted random set constraint. When this was without symbol, then this is the minimum value and this is the maximum value. C has to be greater than low and it has to be less than high. Now C is less than low and C is greater than high. Conditional constraints. Normally, all the constraint expressions are active in a block. What if we want to have an expression active only for some of the time? For example, a bus supports byte, word and a long word reads, but only long word writes. System Verilog supports two implication operators. One is this and another one is if else. When we are choosing from a list of expressions such as enumerated type, the implication operator, this has to be used. This symbol has to be used. Let us see the example of that. See here, constraint block with the implicit operator. There is a class called as bus of constraint identifier, IO space mode, implication operator, address of 31 equal to 1-B1. Now what do you mean by this? If this is true, then it implies that Address of 31 will get 1 dash B1. It means that the bit 1. We will see the example. See here. There is an implication operator used. A equal to 1, implication operator, B inside 0 to 5. This particular constraint states that whenever A is selected as 1, the value of B should be inside 0 to 5. This is same as the following if condition. If A equal to 1, B has to be inside 0 to 5. If we have a true-false expression, the if-else operator may be better. This already you have studied. Constraint block with the if-else operator. Constraint C length read write RW. If OP is equal to read, LEN has to be inside byte to L word. Else LEN should be is equal to LWRD, L word. So we have here if and else operator. If condition, if that is true, it takes the some value. Otherwise, it goes to the else part and whatever are the statements, those are executed. Now, what are the bidirectional constraints? System Verilog constraints are bidirectional, which means that the solver looks at the constraint on both the sides of the expression. Consider the following constraint. See here, rand logic 15:0 BCD. BCD are the variables which are declared as a rand and data type of logic of the size 16 bits. A constraint is put, the constraint identifier is C underscore, bidirectional it is by dir. What is the constraint here? B has to be less than D. See, there are many bidirectional constraints. And C should be is equal to B, D has to be less than 30 and C has to be greater than 25. The System Verilog solver looks at all the 4 constraints simultaneously. There are 4 constraints put up over here. So what does System Verilog solver do? It looks at all the 4 constraints simultaneously. B has to be, first constraint is B has to be less than D, which has to be less than 30. B has to be less than D, but what is the condition on D? D has to be less than 30. But B is constrained to be equal to C. C and B are equal here. And also C is greater than 25. See, by including or by considering all these constraints, it assigns the random value to a particular variable. Even though there is no direct constraint on the lower value of D, the constraint on C restrict the choices. So this is what is meant by the bidirectional constraints, which means that the solver looks at the constraints on both the sides of the expression. So that is clear from this particular example. Thank you.